I have read my first Beverly Jenkins novel. That novel was A Chance at Love. A Chance at Love follows Lorelai Winters, who is a lady gambler who travels to the small town of Hanks with a caravan of mail order brides. She herself is not traveling there as a mail order bride, but it is just a stop on her way to California. While she is in Hanks, she is approached by two twin girls, Phoebe and Dee Dee. Phoebe and Dee Dee approach her, noticing that she is not with anyone, and asks her to be their new mama. Lorelai is caught off guard and very reasonably is like, I can't be your new mama. I'm gonna be out of here tomorrow, but let me take you guys home. They live on a farm a little out of town. Meanwhile, we have Jake, who is the twins' uncle and caregiver. He has been away at a conference for Republicans. Now, this story takes place after the Civil War, so the Republicans are the anti slavery party and the more socially progressive party. He has been away trying to gain support for the union he is trying to form for the farmers of Hanks. Now he comes back and finds out his nieces are not there. He rushes towards town and runs into Lorelai and his nieces on the way. Now, Jake, meeting Lorelai, realizes that she came in with the mail order brides, assumes the worst, and there's tension between them from the offset. Lorelai being, of course, put off by the assumptions that Jake puts upon her. She's like, don't worry, I don't want to be their new mama. I don't want anything to do with you. They're sweet girls, but I'm out of here tomorrow. Now, there is a woman in the girls in Jake's lives. Her name is Rebecca, but she is strict. She is very religious. She believes that children are to be seen and not heard. Jake, coming to realize that the girls need a feminine guidance in their lives growing up, asks them if they would want Rebecca to be their mama. And they're like, no, we do not want that. And Jake also isn't really interested in Rebecca. So he's like, fine, fine, but I will find a mama for you girls. That is like my new mission right now. Lorelai is about to leave on a train. But the girls have shown up seeking after her because after interacting with her yesterday, they are convinced that she should be their new mama. They are set on her. She is like, I'm sorry, girls, I can't be your new mama, but let me take you back home. The train leaves, and there's not another train for another week. So she is stuck in Hanks for a week after taking the girls back home, and there's a reassertion between her and Jake that, don't worry, she's not going to be their mama. Until Jake gets to thinking about it. And he has this crazy idea that maybe something could work. But then he finds Lorelai gambling with the men in town, and his esteem of her falls further. The girls are still very set on her being their mama, though. They do not want Rebecca. So he does offer a proposition to Lorelai. Stay for a year, be the girl's mama, marry me because that's the correct way of doing things, and while you're here, I will find a proper mama and wife for the girls and I. Lorelai, in this week, has come to realize that she is ready for motherhood. That is the thing that she has been missing in her life, is like a family of her own. She has worked very hard for the life she has, but there is this missing part, and spending time with the girls, as little as it has been able to fill that hole for her. So she agrees. And that's where our story really starts. She and Jake have some tension there. He doesn't have a high esteem of her, and they bump heads because she is used to a luxurious lifestyle and she is not willing to compromise those luxuries for a simple life on the farm. There's also tension between Lorelai and the mail order brides who she has become close friends with, and the women that have already been in town. There's tension between the farmers in the union that Jake is trying to form and the bank and the bank owner Soul Diggs. There is some unresolved issues in Lorelai's past that come up. And there's, of course, sexual tension between Jake and Lorelai. And Lorelai has more experience than Jake in the matters of love. Jake has only ever been with sex workers, and it is something that is not portrayed as bad, and Beverly Jenkins doesn't portray this work as something that is not desirable at all, which I really appreciate. It's just very matter of factly that that is where he has received pleasure in the past. It was a very good time. I really liked it. The writing at times was a little bit too straightforward for my liking. It's like this happened, then this, then this, then this. Very straightforward. And I am a purple prose girl, so that did affect my rating a little bit, but I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the town of Hanks and learning about all the characters within that town. And I, for the most part, liked the story arc. I wish that there was a little bit more of that year that they were spending together, but it was honestly just like the first few weeks leading up to their marriage that we really dive into. And I really liked the historical accuracies that Beverly Jenkins sprinkled in there, and I liked how in the acknowledgement she had a further reading section if you were interested in African American union building in post Civil War. I very much appreciated that. On Storygraph, I am giving this a 3.75 stars, and I am definitely going to be reading more Beverly Jenkins in the future.